cowards do that, and that ain't you! You're better than that!
What's up, Game Nation? Oda King Live coming at you again for another retro gaming little quickie. Now, as you can tell from this thumbnail and title and everything else, today's game is going to be Gemfire on the Super Nintendo. Now, this game is a classic for me. It's one of the first, tactical type RPGs I grew up with. I mean, sure, there was, Romance of the Three Kingdoms and things like that before it on the Nintendo, but it was really this one on Super that I played a crap load and kind of couldn't get enough. Now, as you can tell, or if you can see it, there's a little $30 price tag in the corner there. That is actually not for the whole thing. That was just for the box. I had the game loose, and I wasn't doing it any justice by not having the box. So I went to one of my box dealers and finally got the box to do it justice. Now, as you can tell, I have it in one of these nice plastic protective sleeves that, honestly, I don't know why it took me so long to get those. I didn't have any until pretty much this year. So we're talking 20 plus years of collecting, and I never had any of those damn things. I suddenly just started ordering them by the piles, and now, most of my games are nicely protected, unlike for the last many years where they were all squished and getting sun bleached, as you may have seen in one of my other videos where I discussed that. So either way, this is of course one of my favorite companies, Koei, making all my Dynasty Warrior type games. This being Gemfire, which, if I remember correctly, was pretty much just it wasn't based on any kind of Three Kingdoms or anything like that. It was just an all made up type of fantasy world. But pretty much what it was just like tactical games such as Romance of the Three Kingdoms. It's a land and it's many rulers, and you pretty much fight to take over all the other lands. Similar things such as diplomacy, and war and everything else. Of course, Super Nintendo days, just like Nintendo, the graphics weren't so good, but hey, in the Super Nintendo days, it was epic, and I used to play this game a lot, to where I'd be at my uncle's, and little rip there, and it'd be one of those things where I'd be up early playing my Gemfire, and he'd come downstairs and go, "Oh God, not Gemfire again." So I already had the manual too, which was nice. So when I got the box, I didn't have to worry about the manual. So I was able to just throw that in there in all of its old school, colorful manual glory. And there, of course, Romance of the Three Kingdoms 2 on the Super as well, and Uncharted Waters. I know I don't have the box for that, so, hey, more things for me to go out and get if to, make me the Koei master that I one day hope to become. So, of course, that's your manual. And then your ever increasing, oh God, Gundam's falling over here, ever increasing hard to come by insert here, which I've noticed a lot of times now when I'm buying empty boxes. This is not in there. They've kept it either for their own games or for more expensive ones. And then, of course, the dust sleeve, which you are able to pick up pretty cheaply at most retro stores. I mean, I can buy them for maybe $1 each, and I like to get them with the old classic Super symbol on there. And the game itself is pretty clean. Of course, again, not my original Gemfire, of course. If you can remember the devastation of my childhood, to where I thought I was too cool for video games and sold them all. Now I spend my adult years buying them back. So either way, if you are in the market for some classic Koei simulation RPG styles, definitely recommend Gemfire. God knows I played it a lot in my younger days, and honestly, it was probably one of my top 5 games in that time frame. Kicking it with Final Fantasy 3, and it gets the thumbs up for me. So check it out if you haven't already. And that's enough for me for now. Peace.